Who's got me? Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I thought they competed from start to finish, no doubt. We could have folded very quickly when they went on that run. And I just think it shows these kids' character. They have it in them, right? They have the ability to compete every possession, regardless of score. And it's just something we've emphasized since the moment I stepped on campus. But it really is a credit to them and their buy-in. Our players have never wavered from competing every possession of every play in practice and in our scrimmages and now tonight. And I'm really proud of them. I think there's a few possessions we probably would want back where we could have taken a charge or two, right? But even in those moments, we were still competing. And I'm proud of everything they've done. And these kids have really earned tonight. And they earned to feel that moment. So I just can't say enough about them. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I was hoping we didn't have to make adjustments because we would have followed the scout from the beginning. No, yeah, credit to Delaware State. They are a very athletic team with quick first steps. We didn't want to challenge them beyond the three-point line in that second half. So we really tried to make it a little bit more compact. We got a ways to go in learning what that means. But we did a much better job not challenging them beyond the three-point line and forcing them to have to dribble into two or three defenders instead of just getting down the gut. Now, I didn't think we were tremendous in that, but we made slight adjustments that did help us down the stretch. And, we ended with a rebound, which is the biggest thing for us. We gang rebounded. The whole group got to it. And, we found a way to get some stops when we really, really needed them.
How much do you think the energy that the fans brought here tonight helps you guys and helps you maybe get over that?
I'll tell you what, they're like your sixth player, right? For sure. It helps you. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we have a tremendous group of young men that are practice guys. They were behind our bench. You could hear them, their energy. It fuels our players, right? And then our fans, the group that was here tonight was phenomenal. I can't say enough about our marketing crew that did a great job of getting people in the stands. They had me out and about all week. They had our players out and about all week. So credit goes to them to get people here, right? And when you win, they will come. So hopefully that'll help moving forward. I just think their energy just drove us to that win for sure. And I think our players deserve that, and they deserve to have that every night. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, our support staff is second to none. Joe, our athletic trainer, we've had quite a few injuries. We've been banged up. We've had sickness. And she doesn't skip a beat. I mean, she knows the difference between being injured and being a little sore, right? So she's able to push our players in a certain way without putting them in harm's way. She's another motherly figure for them, which is so important too. She's a listening ear. I mean, Joe's just done a phenomenal job. She's consistent for them. She's somebody that's been around the program for a while. And then her and Alex Lee, our strength coach, same thing. He's been around the program for a long time. These kids really love working for him. And the foundation was set in his room with the strength and conditioning that the work ethic is not going to waver. And the two of them, I think, out of every one of our support staff, deserve probably the highest credit because they've been the consistent calming piece for these kids during the transition. They were the ones that were boisterous of what these kids really need. And they were stern in that. And I'm glad they were because they fought for what these young players needed. And I can't say enough about the two of them for what they've done to help keep our kids as healthy as possible and put them in positions to succeed. And then our administration's just been wonderful. I mean, I know I've challenged a couple of our departments and things that we need. Sports info for sure, we're putting a lot on their plate, but I got to give Olivia credit and Claire. They're doing a lot of great work for us and putting a lot of info out for our players because they deserve it. And I think at the end of the day, we're trying to do what's best for our players at the core of it. So I am challenging people here, and they're responding, right? And they probably want to kick me in the butt a few times, which is fine. But at the end of the day, I think I'm doing it for the best overall outcome for our players, and I can't thank our administration enough for that support. And that goes to every department, right? And our players know that everybody in this department is an extension of our staff. They treat them with respect. They go to when they're going to meetings, they're on time. If they're not early, then they're late and they're going to get in trouble, right? So the respect factor has to be there too for everybody that's surrounding our program. But our administration has been wonderful in putting us in positions to really help this program succeed. Yeah. So my superpower is EJ, their father. He made this possible. He changed careers when we had our son, without hesitation, so I can continue to be a coach. When I was offered the job here, he said, "When are we leaving?" He's on leave now from his job. He's the mom right now at home essentially, but he's the best father there is. So he's, just holding it down at home for us. And I wouldn't have been able to do it if he wasn't my partner. But 9/30/2025, we delivered our daughter Soraya, and we just got after it 2 weeks later because my staff gave me the opportunity to be able to do that, and had I not been able to have a staff like them, and it's not my staff, this is our staff, I should say. If we didn't have the staff that we have put together, I might have been back in a week. So 2 was pushing it for me, but and the administration, again, it was my decision to come back. They told me to do whatever I needed to do. I come in for practices. I leave usually midday just to get home and still have that bonding experience and, give Dad a little bit of a break. But, our players have been wonderful and respecting my family life too. And I can't say enough about their father though. He's one of a kind. Thank you. Anyone else? No? Yeah, I would hope we'd had a little bit more backdoor opportunities. We were being pressured so much on the ball that we struggled to get there, but the ones we did have were key, and they were at the right time. We emphasize that quite a bit, those back cuts, giving yourself up for your teammates. Ideally, I'd like to see a little bit more, though, as we head into the future games, But a lot of that has to do with Delaware State did a phenomenal job pressuring the ball on us, so we really struggled to flow in our offense today. So we have some adjustments to make, but, we really emphasize that in the huddles today, but also in practice. So, yeah. Good. All right. Anyone else? Good. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.